Hey guys, Brian delivers you the goods here. I'm returning to you tonight for this album review. Uh, so pretty much I'm going to be talking about the second studio album, their sophomore album by All Time Low, their 2007 record, So Wrong It's Right. So I'm going to discuss what I listened to for the 12 songs that I've listened to and let you know my thoughts on All Time Low's So Wrong It's Right sophomore album. For the, I believe, 40 plus minutes of this record. So let's dive into this album review. Now, pretty much, this is how we do is a pretty good way to open the record. Uh, really enjoyed that song for how it sounded. Um, Sorry, I'm looking something up real quick. So pretty much, this is how we do. Starts the record off with a bang, and Alex Gaskar's vocals, tone, and all that sounds really strong. So I'm really digging this track. 5 out of 5. Let It Roll was one of my favorite songs off this record. I think Alex Gaskar's vocals, even in the background, sound pretty strong from what I've been listening to. It's pretty good. I mean, the guitars and the drum work kind of make the vocals fade out a bit, but other than that, it's still good for what it goes for. So I really enjoyed this track too. So this is a 5 out of 5. So the next track is 6 Feet Under the Stars. Great song for sure. Um, Definitely something to jam out to for sure. I really like the drumming, the guitar work in this, and Alex Gaskar's vocals from time to time are very memorable in this track. So really digging this one. 5 out of 5. Holly, Would You Turn Me On was a strong track, even though it was a little sexualized of a song. Still enjoyed it for what it went for. I think Alex's vocals sound pretty strong in this track, and just the execution is very outstanding for sure. So I'm really digging this track. 5 out of 5. The Beach is another strong track I enjoyed. Um, it came off a little cringy at times, but it's still an enjoyable song for like kicking back and enjoying the summer air and the summer sun and all that stuff and the beach and all that. So good way to enjoy hanging out at the beach. This kind of song is something to, I guess, play at a beach. But other than that, it's a 5 out of 5. It's a strong track, and Alex Gaskar's vocals are very memorable in this track. Dear Maria, Count Me In was one of the singles and a music video they made for this track, and I really enjoyed this one too. The chorus, it relies on it a bit too much, but it's still a strong chorus for how it sounds. Definitely a punk rock track that I personally enjoyed, so definitely rocks. 5 out of 5. Shameless is a strong track. Alex Gaskar's vocals in the background sound really amazing from what I've listened to. He's like hitting a new high and all that, even during this. I think this is where he starts practicing on his vocals, and it starts getting better as each album cycle goes on. You hear a different range in his vocal tone. So, other than that, I think this is a 5 out of 5 for Shameless. Great song, definitely enjoyable. Remembering Sunday featuring Juliet Sims. Pretty good song in its own way. It's probably my least favorite, but not a terrible track, a terrible song that she featured in with All Time Low. But overall, Alex Gaskarth and Juliet Sims harmonizing vocals are solid, but it doesn't make it to the point where I can remember this song. But other than that, it's a solid 4.75 out of 5. Vegas is a strong track too. Really enjoyed this one for how it sounds. And the drumming in it, it's amazing. The guitar work is great. And just execution wise, this track was another banger. So 5 out of 5. Stay Awake, Dreams Only Last for a Night is another great song that I enjoyed from All Time Low. I love the vocals. I love how Alex's vocal range sounds in this track. The instrumentation is amazing in this, and the chanting vocals in the bridge of the song are pretty epic. So, really enjoyed the chanting vocals in the background, the little choir vocals when the bridge comes to its close in a way. So, other than that, it's a 5 out of 5. Sorry about my yawning. Just a little tired. It's been just a relaxing day and just not really doing much but kicking back and listening to music and playing video games. So you know how it is. But other than that, 5 out of 5 for Stay Awake, Dreams Only Last for a Night. Come One, Come All is a strong track too. Really enjoyed this one as well. Alex Gaskar's vocals are outstanding in this one too. I'm really enjoying the production and mixing in this one. So the lyrics are pretty strong from what I've listened to. The verses are pretty simple, chorus is strong, and execution-wise, this track performed very well. So 5 out of 5. Poppin' Champagne was, I believe, another single they dropped, but still a strong track from what I listened to. And I enjoyed this track for how it sounded. So it is the closing track for the record, but a great closing track to end the whole entire album. So 5 out of 5 for this one. So overall, production, mixing, and execution-wise, I think this was a better effort and a very strong record that I enjoyed from All Time Low. For their sophomore album, their second album, it is a strong record. It is not worthy of a 10 out of 10, but it's worthy of a pretty good 9.5 out of 10. I almost said 9 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10. Because it's worthy of that rating. This record, I meant to say, sorry if I'm messing up with my wording. I tend to do that sometimes. I have a forgetful memory. And I don't properly use my wording right sometimes. So other than that, I think the songs that I can remember are Let It Roll, very memorable track. Holly, Would You Turn Me On? Dear Maria, Count Me In, great song. Shameless is my favorite. Poppin' Champagne is a strong track. So other than that, this record was very strong. And This Is How We Do, the opening track, was a great one too. But there's a lot of memorable tracks on this record that I can really come back to. So this is an album worth owning, worth purchasing. And as an all-time low fan like myself, I approve of this record. This record is strong, it's great, and I personally love it. So 9.5 out of 10 for So Wrong It's Right, the all-time low second studio album that I reviewed in their discography. I got 7 more albums left to review of their discography, so it's going to go all the way to, I'm going to try to get it done by February 28th, their whole entire discography, but if I can't, I'll have to delay it for some albums, but early March is when you can see it finished at the latest. But I'll see what I can do. If I have to delay some albums, I will. But other than that, because of work, my work schedule is going to affect me doing reviews too. So, other than that, 9.5 out of 10 for All Time Low, So Wrong It's Right. I hope you enjoyed this second studio album review. I personally like this record. I mean, one song was a little bit of a letdown. Not terrible, but pretty good in its own way, just not my favorite, which was Remembering Sunday featuring Juliet Sims. That one, I wasn't sure if I felt for it, but it's not terrible. But everything else was great from this record. And it's a memorable record I'd be coming back to quite a lot. So I hope you enjoyed this album review tonight for All Time Low, So Wrong It's Right. Thanks for watching this album review tonight.